Now that Luffy's Gear 5 has been revealed with the awakening of his Akuma no Mi, what many are wondering is, how will the fight between him and Kaido end? Because so folks, in the last chapter we saw that Kaido was happy that Luffy was still alive, and for worse he showed a certain happiness seeing that Luffy was now more powerful, meaning Kaido wanted this to happen. Many will say that this is because of his desire to die and the fact that he did not achieve this goal, but for me it is not only this factor that made Kaido happy to witness the triumphant return of Luffy. Does Kaido have some extra plan? Will Luffy really be able to beat Kaido now with Gear 5? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you want to be a pirate king like me and achieve eternal glory, go ahead and press the like button with all the power of your Akuma no Mi. And if you're new here my dear sailor, already subscribe to the channel and don't forget to activate the notifications bell so you don't miss any new video here from Anime Joy Boy, okay? Then join this crew that will dominate the entire Grand Line and the New World. Now without further ado let's get to this epic video. And well my dear pirate, Luffy is now more powerful because of the awakening of his Akuma no Mi Nika. We still don't know the extent of his powers or how they will work. Many believe that Luffy's powers will be based on resin because it hardens, is anti-electric, and has a high combustion. Basically speaking, Luffy would have a greater and more enhanced range of abilities compared to his other gears. However, I believe this goes even further, but today's video is not about just Luffy's new power itself, but how Kaido expects to deal with this new power. Because as said at the beginning of the video, it seems Kaido has shown that he is happy to know that Luffy is going to give him another round of fight. But as we saw, Luffy was able to toy with Kaido in his dragon form by knocking him back and forth on the ground like it was nothing, and on top of that he was able to repel Kaido's burrow breath very easily. Look guys, I didn't want to go to this side, but we know that Luffy's Akuma no Mi, when it was still Goma Goma no Mi, according to Oda himself, this fruit was to make Luffy a funny and cartoonish character since his powers had to do with a rubber. When we see protagonists around, usually their powers have to do with fire, lightning, wind or some extraordinary ability, but with Luffy it's different, his power is simply to be. In fact, many of the powers in One Piece have a more comical content. What do I mean by all this? Well my dear sailor, it is very simple, the way Luffy is fighting. It seems to me that his powers are breaking the reality, something like that castle of Maximilian Pegasus fantasy, literally a toon power as we have seen in so many cartoons. For think with me, it makes no sense for Luffy to return the burrow breath by simply lifting the ground. By logic the ground Luffy lifted should be destroyed, shouldn't it? In other words, a reality break. Not to mention Joy Boy himself as the smiling, playful kid, and when we see Luffy always laughing and fighting in a totally cartoonish way, it makes me think that Oda has raised Luffy's abilities to a different level, where reality no longer applies to him. And this is where Kaido comes in, as we know he has tried to take his own life several times and never succeeded. Basically speaking, he is the most powerful being in the world today. That is, my dear sailors, Kaido is on a level of power completely different from anything we've ever seen. So to beat someone like that would have to have someone with the power that escapes reality, and this would be the toon power of Luffy with the will of Joy Boy. And that's why Kaido shows happiness. He knows that only in this way someone can really make him taste death. But not only that, maybe he already had the intention of Luffy awakening this power for some desire of his own. This desire would be to use this toon force to overcome reality, so he could taste death without actually having to die. And with this he could continue his reign at the same time that he was already cured of his desire to die. That would explain why he is so calm about Luffy's power. Of course this is just my opinion, and I really believe that Luffy with Gear 5 will really beat Kaido, but it won't be easy. The Yonko for sure has a card up his sleeve. But now I want to know your opinion, is this the end of Kaido? Will Luffy with Gear 5 be able to defeat him? And of course, has Luffy's power become some kind of toon force? Leave your opinion in the comments, okay? But of course, if you made it this far it's because you liked the content, so it doesn't hurt to subscribe to our channel and become one more member of our fleet, my dear sailor. And of course, do not forget to press the like button, that helps a lot in spreading the video and the channel, so help us to become the largest fleet of pirates here on YouTube, okay? A big hug for everyone. And until the next video.